And here we are, live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday Anime Chat. I am your host, the Pop Culture Mechanic. And I thought we'd have a look today at what's going on in the world of anime news. And then I was going to go over some history of Studio Gainax. So let's take a look. Here we are on the Anime News Network. And just what is the update for today? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Season 4's promo reveals song artists, more staff. Neji Ganameta launches new manga and Young Gangan in July. Troika DMM Pictures Shinobi no Itgoki anime unveils Ninja Battle Story cast staff. October debut in teaser. Let's see. Looking on here earlier. Right Stuff. Nozomi Entertainment release Renta Magica anime on Blu-ray disc. That's good. Tokyo Pop licenses Nemui Asada's Loved Circus manga. Gee, I haven't heard about Tokyo Pop in years. No, here's one. The Prince of Tennis 2 franchise gets a Switch game. Really? The official website for the Shin Tennis no Oji-sama U17 World Cup anime series announced a new Prince of Tennis game for the Nintendo Switch system on Saturday. Bushiroad will release the Shin Tennis no Oji-sama Let's Go Daily Life from Rising Beat. Well, for all you Prince of Tennis fans, there you go. You get yourself a Switch game. I wonder if it's going to incorporate motion control. The documentary adventure game will tell a brand new original story featuring voices for all the dialogue from 62 characters. The previous The Prince of Tennis 2 Rising Beat, Shin Tennis no Oji-sama Rising Beat smartphone rhythm action game launched in Japan in November 2017. The game features dozens of character songs, including the title's main theme song Rising Beat by Ryoma Echizen, Junko Minegawa. There is also a U17 training camp mode with story scenarios from Prince of Tennis 2 and a My Area interior design mode. The game's English version launched for iOS and Android devices in June 2021 and will end service on Tuesday. Takeshi Konomi serialized the Prince of Tennis manga's original run in Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump magazine from 1999 to 2008. The manga follows middle school tennis player Ryoma Echizen as he battles rivals to reach the national tournament. That original manga inspired a 2001 to 2005 television anime, 2 anime feature films, and a theatrical short, various video anime projects, a live-action film, a live-action television series in China, and a popular stage musical series. The Shin Tennis no Oji-sama U17 World Cup anime series will premiere this year and will be the first television series in the franchise in about a decade. It's been a long wait for you Prince of Tennis fans. The Ryoma, the Prince of Tennis, Ryoma Shinsei Gekiban Tennis no Oji-sama 3D CG anime film opened in Japan in September 2021. 11 Arts has released the film in North America. Well, good news for you Prince of Tennis fans. You're getting a Switch game. Let's see. What's Power Rangers star Austin St. John charged on suspicion of fraud related to COVID-19 loans? Well, that's not very good for that fella. If you guys remember Power Rangers back in the day, I think he was the Red Ranger. Um, Norman Reedus about Death Stranding. We just started the second one. Let's see what that's all about. I know there's probably some Death Stranding fans out there. GameStar states, we just started part 2, but Kojima Productions has yet to officially announce a sequel. In an interview posted on Tuesday on the Leo Edit Men's Lifestyle website, actor Norman Reedus stated regarding the Death Stranding game, we just started the second one. He added later in the interview, and then the game came out and I just won all these awards and it was a huge thing, so we just started part 2 of that. Reedus also talked about how he met Hideo Kojima and his motion capture experience on the game. Hideo Kojima's Kojima Productions company has not officially revealed a sequel to Death Stranding. The company announced on Twitter on Friday that it is hiring at its Tokyo studio. The original game shipped for the PlayStation 4 in November 2019. The game launched on PC via Steam in July 2020 after a delay from June 2020 due to, the COOF. Death Stranding Director's Cut, the PlayStation 5 version of the game, launched on September 24th. Death Stranding Director's Cut launched for PC via Steam and Epic Games Store on March 30th. So there's going to be a sequel. I know a lot of people called it a walking simulator, but maybe they'll do a little more for the sequel, a little more action. Can always hope. The Shin Ultraman film sells 1 million tickets in 8 days. Wow. The film has earned 1.54 billion yen as of Friday. People love their Ultraman, it looks like. What else? Japanese animation TV ranking, May 2nd to 8th. You definitely got to see what's popular over there. Spy Cross Family earns 2.7% rating. Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli, Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea anime film aired on NTV on Friday, May 6th at 9 p.m. and earned an 8.6% rating. Once again, you got a film by Ghibli earning lots of views. The live-action film adaptation of Hiromu Arakawa's Full Metal Alchemist manga aired on TBS on Sunday, May 8th at 12:58 a.m. and earned a 1.2% rating. The Eigi Oshira Tantai Surfer Tono Himitsu film aired on NHK Educational on Thursday, May 5th at 12:15 a.m. and earned a 0.3% rating. Ooh. Okay, let's see here. Saze-san earned an 8.0 rating. Detective Conan, 6.2. Chibi Maruko-chan, 5.3. Love All Play, 3.5. Delicious Party Precure, 3.3. Doraemon, 3.3. Crayon Shin-chan, 3.3. One Piece, 3.2. Spy Cross Family, 2.7. Oshiri Tantai, 2.1. Once again, Animated Osaru no George, Curious George, a 1.9. So the television ratings above are an estimate of the percentage of the population that watch a given program based on data from a survey of households in Japan's Kanto region. The ratings do not count recordings that viewers watch later. All live stuff. Dragon Ball Super superhero film gets 4D IMAX Dolby Cinema screenings in Japan. I think that'd be pretty awesome to watch a Dragon Ball film on the IMAX. Toei Animation announced on Friday that Dragon Ball Super Superhero, the second anime film in the Dragon Ball Super franchise, will screen in IMAX, 4DX, MX4D, and Dolby Cinemas in Japan alongside normal screenings. The film will screen in IMAX starting on June 11th, in 4DX and MX4D starting on June 25th, and in Dolby Cinemas starting on July 1st. The film will open in Japan on July 11th after a delay due to Toei Animation hack in March. The film was originally slated to open in Japan on April. Crunchyroll and Sony Pictures will screen film in theaters worldwide this summer in both original Japanese audio with subtitles and with a dub. The companies will distribute the film in all continents, including North America, Latin America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, excluding Japan. Crunchyroll describes the film. The Red Ribbon Army was once destroyed by Son Goku. Individuals who carry on its spirit have created the ultimate androids, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. These two androids call themselves superheroes. They start attacking Piccolo and Gohan. What is the new Red Ribbon Army's objective? In the face of approaching danger, it is time to awaken superhero. Tetsuro Kodama is directing the film, and Naoki Sato is composing the music. Nobuhito Su is the art director. Chikashi Kubota is the animation director, and Jae Hoon Jung is the CG director. Dragon Ball original manga creator Akira Toriyama worked on the film's original story, screenplay, and character designs. Guest cast members include Hiroshi Kamiya as Gamma 1, Mamoru Miyano as Gamma 2, Miyu Irino as Dr. Hedo, Volcano Ota as Magneta, Ryota Takuchi as Carmine. The staff has previously revealed new character designs for Dende, Korin, and Bulma. Whis and Beerus will also appear in the film. The film will be the 21st anime film in the overall Dragon Ball franchise. It's good for Dragon Ball fans. I wonder if they're going to release it in the IMAX in North America. Oh, here's something relevant to my interests. Just need a little drink here. Fathom Events has screened Macross Plus Movie Edition film in US on December 14th. Fathom Events announced on Thursday that it will screen the Macross Frontier The False Songstress, Macross Frontier Itsuwari no Utahime, and Macross Frontier The Wings of Pharrell, Macross Frontier Sayonara no Tsubasa. Anime films in the United States in June. Macross Frontier The False Songstress will screen on June 16th, and Macross Frontier The Wings of Pharrell will screen on June 30th. Both will screen with English subtitles. Well, that is good. In case you can't tell, I really like my subtitles compared to the dubbing. It just seems that the actors put a lot more oomph and emotion into their voices. So Fathom Events describes Macross Frontier The False Songstress. It is the year 2059. Following the near destruction of the human race 50 years prior, mankind has embarked upon an interstellar emigration project. The Macross Frontier fleet is on its way towards the center of the galaxy when it encounters a hostile alien species known as the Vajra. A concert by touring pop star Cheryl Nome becomes ground zero of an attack where both flight school trainees Alto Sam Tome and aspiring singer Ranka Lee are caught up in the chaos. Shocked by the experience, Alto resolves to join a private military contractor, the Strategic Military Services, SMS, to protect his friends, and soon finds himself piloting the latest state-of-the-art variable fighter, the V-25 Messiah. All the while, with both Alto and Cheryl's encouragement, Ranka begins the rigorous pursuit of becoming an idol singer. As a budding love triangle starts to bloom between the three, suspicions are raised as to what the Vajra's actual objective is, and who is really behind the attacks. When Cheryl learns that her home, the Macross Galaxy fleet, has been attacked, she calls the SMS into action, and Macross Frontier becomes the stage for an epic showdown. Fathom Events also described Macross Frontier, The Wings of Farewell. In the aftermath of the events of the false songstress, Cheryl Nome remains aboard the Macross Frontier as her health begins to rapidly deteriorate. Meanwhile, Rankle has become a singing sensation in her own right and prepares for her debut concert just as a joint military operation to hunt down the Vajra Queen gets underway. After losing his VF-25 variable fighter as a result of the skirmish, Alto Saotome is hospitalized, and the two songstresses rush to his side. Just as their love triangle is about to reach its climax, the architects behind the Vajra attack are uncovered, and Cheryl finds herself behind bars, accused of treason. It is now a race against time for Ranka and the Strategic Military Services, SMS, to rescue their friend and stop the real conspirators controlling the Vajra, all while trying to protect their alien homeworld. The climactic finale of emotions, music, and mecha action comes to a close as Alto must face one of the most important choices of his life. Well, that sounds pretty good. The Macross Frontier television anime aired in 2008 following the 25th anniversary of the Macross franchise. The Macross Frontier Itsuware no Utahime film premiered in 2009 as an alternate retelling. The Macross Frontier Sayonara no Tsubasa sequel film then followed in 2011. Fathom Films held a one-day screening for the Macross Plus Movie Edition film in the U.S. theaters with English subtitles on December 14th. The latest work in the Macross franchise, the Gekyoban Macross Delta Zettai Live feature film, opened in Japan in October 2021, alongside the Gekyo Tanpen Macross Frontier Toko no Mikyu Macross Frontier film short Labyrinth of Time. Big West Studio New and Harmony Gold USA announced in April 2021 that the companies agreed to allow the immediate distribution of most Macross television sequels and films globally. The companies agreed to cooperate on the distribution of future Macross and Robotech projects. Finally, some cooperation. Well, that's good. Netflix streams new Shaman King anime's final set of episodes on May 26th. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime's 10th anniversary exhibit opens in Tokyo. It's been 10 years already for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Uniqlo announces Spy Cross Family t-shirts. I don't know if you have a Uniqlo in your town, but I do. It's pretty cool. They have all these things from Japan, all the clothing from Japan there. For those that didn't know, new Urusei Yatsura Anime's first animated video reveals more cast and staff. It's been a long time since they've made a Urusei Yatsura, but it's coming. Okay. That's pretty much in what's in the news. So let's moving right along to Studio Gainax. So Studio Gainax, they're pretty well known now, but how they got their start off was they did animations, opening animations for the Nihon Sci-Fi conventions. In 1981, Daikon 3, and then in 1983, Daikon 4. So you can find these on YouTube. If you type in Daikon 3 animation, it'll pop up and you can watch it. I'm not going to play it here because I don't need a copyright strike, because Daikon 4 uses the Electric Light Orchestra's Twilight song. Good song, great video, but that is some of the first work done by the animation studio known now as Gainax. They called themselves Daikon Film. Yes, they were produced by a group of amateur animators known as Daikon Film, who would later go on to form the animation studio Gainax. Films are known for their unusually high production values for amateur works and for including numerous references to otaku culture, as well as its unauthorized appropriations of the Playboy Bunny costume, usage of the songs Runaway by Bill Conti from the soundtrack to the 1981 James Bond film For Your Eyes Only, as well as Twilight and Hold On Tight by English rock band Electric Light Orchestra. They were also unauthorized. Daikon 3 was made by Hideki Anno, Hiroyuki Yamaga, and Takami Akai. In Daikon 4 credits 12 people, including Yamaga as the director and Anno and Akai as animation supervisors. Despite the questionable legal status of the works, the production of Daikon 3 resulted in debts that were repaid by selling videotapes and 8mm reels of the production, the profits of which went to the production of Daikon 4. In 2001, the anime magazine Animage ranked the Daikon animations as the 35th of the top 100 anime of all time, which is pretty good because they're not that long, but the animation quality is just superb. If you ever get a chance, you got to go and watch these. They're on YouTube. I know for a fact. I've watched them, and the quality is just unbelievable for the time that they was put out. So that's how they got some recognition. People saw how great they were, and in 1987, they put out their film, Royal Space Force: The Wings of Oniamis. I've seen this film. It was quite a long time ago that I've seen it, but as I recall, once again, the animation was top notch. They did excellent. It's a very slow moving story, however. It has science fiction-y elements in it, and it's very like slice of life or political intrigue to it. So there's not a lot of action as you'd think usually, but this did get them some noticing. Although the budget was 800 million yen and the box office only 347 million, so I can't say that it was a box office success. But I think in later years, with buying the film on VHS and such, that's what got it the money that it needed for them to go on. And they had done things before this. They had done other, I think, television shows before this. Yes, and their filmography, yeah, they did. Well, that was their first one. Royal Space Force: Wings of Oniamis was 1987. And then for OVAs and ONAs, Appleseed was in 1988. Mahjong Hishoden Naki no Ryu was in 1988 to 1990. But the one I wanted to talk about, and it's a shame to glance over just the Royal Space Force because this was their first major film, and it does have a good plot to it, but it's like I say, it drags a bit. 119 minutes, so almost 2 hours long. And the one they did after that, so this was in 1987. The one they did after that was Gunbuster. Now this show, came out first as an OVA. It was 6 episodes. And I know they had a Gunbuster movie after that. It kind of, the movie kind of removes a few things, obviously for time restraints. But as you can see here, Gunbuster is Hideki Anno's directorial debut. Gunbuster shares many similarities with Hideki Anno's later work, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Most of the characters in Gunbuster are named after real people. For example, the lead Noriko Takeya is named after her voice actress. The series is named after 2 earlier works which inspired its creation, a tennis manga titled Aim for the Ace and the film Top Gun. A series of shorts titled Gunbuster Science Lessons was created to explain the science fiction of various aspects of Gunbuster. And that was a good thing. After each episode, they would have a little classroom and they would explain to you why the science behind how things were in that universe. And this one I found interesting. Hideki Anno supposedly decided to work on Gunbuster after he was given the script and was moved to tears by it. That's got to be some pretty powerful stuff if you just are moved to tears just by reading the script. Yeah, so the synopsis for Gunbuster, it details the story of Noriko Takeya, the daughter of famous space captain Yuzo Takeya, who died in the Luxion disaster of 2015. The story begins in 2021 with Noriko attending a school for aspiring space pilots, and Earth's threatened by an incoming invasion of space monsters. A new coach arrives, sees potential in Noriko, and chooses her to be a pilot with the Gunbuster project. Despite her lack of piloting ability, Noriko and her senior, Kazumi Amano, board the Excellion and train to become the pilots of the first 2 Buster machines. Upon entering space, it is made apparent that every time they enter near light speed travel, time dilation occurs, sending them into the future. As the series progresses, they continue to fight against the space monsters while the lives they knew on Earth slowly slip away. So I definitely recommend, if you have not seen this, you have to see this. If you like giant mecha fighting aliens, this is the one to watch. It's only 6 episodes long. The movie is, you could watch the movie as well. Although that, like I say, it leaves out a few things. In the first episode, you really get an idea of how jealous the other girls are against Noriko, because they play very mean pranks on her, just like, like your typical mean girls. And the the last episode, they made a choice to do it in black and white. So if you're watching along, episodes 1 to 5, everything's color, and then you get to the last one and all of a sudden it's black and white. Nothing's wrong with your television. They made the cinematic choice to do black and white. And I think that was a good choice. And in case you're wondering what the Gunbuster looks like, let's see if we can't find something here. Gunbuster machine. No, not that one. There we go. So that's what the Gunbuster looks like. Now, to give you a scale reference, there's in the foot is a little doorway that they could enter and exit from. So that's how huge the machine is. It's quite large. And it dispatches. Also, there are clips on YouTube you can watch. You can look up the Gunbuster's first launch, and that will pretty much show you a good clip of the Gunbuster in action. So yes. Also, in 2004, a sequel titled Top Onirai 2 Die Buster was created for Gainax's 20th anniversary. Now, this came out as a movie, and this takes place on Earth. So the synopsis is 12,000 years after the events of Gunbuster, a robot named Nono, who works at a bar on Earth, dreams of becoming a buster machine pilot, just like her hero Nono Riri. Coincidentally, she ends up right in the middle of a battle between a buster machine and a monster from beneath the ground. The machine and the monster fly up into space, with Nono clinging onto the machine, and the pilot, Lalka, takes her back to the fraternity when humanity is once again attacked by space monsters. Nono, who has never given a buster machine of her own, is revealed to be a Buster Machine 7, a gigantic planet-sized mecha which has the power to single-handedly win the battle and save humanity. The series ends with the lights of Noriko Takia and Kazumi Amano's escape pods as they exit the Gunbuster. Okay, well, spoilers. But if you get a chance, watch Die Buster as well. It's neat that it's from a different point of view, and there's a lot more mecha, like the ones that they use are called D-Snoof, which is 19. Although I don't know why they went on these naming conventions of calling them by their French numbers. Yeah, 27, 27. And I know there's one more. I think it's 90, which is 90. Buster. Yeah, Buster Machine 90. 90. Yes, so they do quite the naming conventions there. Yeah, Buster Machine 1, 2, 3, 7, 19, Great Gunbuster, Gunbuster Mecha, 90, 66, 66. Yeah. No picture. That's too bad. Van Set 27, yeah. The only thing about these wiki pages, they jump all over the place. Gunbuster and Diebuster. Yes, so Diebuster. I must say it's quite the jump in animation too, considering it was done in 2004. But it was not directed by Hideki Anno. Oh yes, one thing about the original Gunbuster is there's the characters. There's Noriko. And Kasumi. And Jungfreud. And Jungfreud is from the Soviet Union, because this film was made back in 1988 and the Soviet Union was still together. That's why she flies in her mecha, and it's got a big hammer and sickle on the front. So, oh, there's one of the mean girls that takes on Noriko. Noriko has her friend. What's her name again? Kimiko, that's right. And there's the coach, your typical coach who pushes the main character to realize their potential and succeed where others have failed. I have a small part for this fella who is like Noriko's love interest. And your typical early 90s anime designs, character designs. So yes, that is Gunbuster and Diebuster from Studio Gainax. And they went on to do Nadia, The Secret of Blue Water for TV series, Neon Genesis Evangelion, His and Her Circumstances, Modern Love Silliness, Oruchuban Ibichu, Mahoromatic, Magical Shopping Arcade Abinobashi, Petite Princess Yusi, This Ugly Yet Beautiful World, He Is My Master, Gurren Lagann, Corpse Princess, Hanamaru Kindergarten, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, The Mystic Archives of Dantalion, Medica Box, Stella's Women's Academy High School Division Class C Cubed, Magica Wars, Wish Upon Pleiades. And that was just television. For films, they did obviously the Royal Space Force, The Wings of Oniamis, Nadia the movie, Evangelion Death and Rebirth, The End of Evangelion, Revival of Evangelion, Cutie Honey, just the opening animation, Gunbuster versus Diebuster, Geki Joben Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, the 2-part movie series, and Zero Century. And for OVAs and ONAs, they did Appleseed, Mahjong Hishoden Naki no Ryo, right? Gunbuster, Beat Shot, Circuit no Okami 2, Modena no Tsurugi, Hono no Tenkosai, Money Wars, Otaku no Video, Fooly Cooly, Anime Tenchu, Cutie Honey, Diebuster, Wish Upon the Pleiades, and Masamune Da Tentacle. So yes, some of these I've heard of, others I have not. Especially the newer stuff. But you can pretty much pick any one of those and watch them, and you'll know you're in for some fantastic animation. End of Evangelion was really, really good. It really stuck with me for a lot of years. Yes, Gainax. I still have yet to see Otaku no Video. I should watch that and see what that's all about. I have heard about it over the years. So what's this say? In 2012, Gainax announced it would be producing its first live-action television series, EA's Rock, with director Nobuhiro Yamashita. At the 2013 Tokyo Anime Fair, Gainax announced that they would be making Once Dead Blue Uro film with Hiroyuki Yamaga as the director and screenwriter, and Yoshiyuki Sadamoto as the character designer. In 2015, a new studio and museum were opened in Miharu, Fukushima, with the studio named Fukushima Gainax. In 2016, Gainax was sued by Studio Kara for 100 million yen in unpaid royalties from an agreement that Kara would earn royalties from income received on works and properties that founder Hideki Anno had worked on. The suit alleged that Gainax delayed on paying royalties and incurred a large debt with Kara, which had loaned 100 million yen in August 2014 and had yet to receive payment on the loan. In 2017, the suit was ruled by a judge at the Tokyo District Court, which ordered Gainax to pay the full amount in debt owed to Kara. Further, it was reported that Gainax was not expected to appeal the ruling. Gainax president Hiroyuki Yamaga posted a public apology on the Gainax website stating the company was now undergoing restructuring. To date, Anno claims nobody from Gainax had contacted him personally with any kind of apology or explanation. In August 2018, it was announced that Fukushima Gainax had been acquired by Kinoshita Group Holdings on July 26, making it Kinoshita's new subsidiary. Fukushima Gainax changed its studio name to Gaina and relocated to Kogane, Tokyo on August 9th. In December 2019, Representative Director Tomohiro Maki was arrested on allegations of quasi-forcible indecency on an aspiring voice actress. Maki had been appointed Representative Director in October, but had been a board director of the company since 2015 and previously served as head of Gainax International, a separate company that trained voice actors and other talents at the time of the alleged incidents. In February 2020, Yasuhiro Kamimura, Groundworks Representative Director, was appointed the company's new Representative Director, and a new board of directors was hired on the company, with Yuko Takashi, Kadokawa Anime Business Department Anime Production Division Head, Atsushi Moriyama, King Records Rights Division Senior Operating Officer, and Yoshiki Usa, Trigger Representative Director Vice President, being the ones chosen to be at the board. In December 2020, it was reported that Tomohiro Maki had been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for committing indecent acts. Well, a little bit of trouble over at Gainax there. But hopefully they can keep making good shows. Hopefully they have some upcoming projects. Okay. Well, that was a little trip, good little trip down memory lane. Seeing the history of Gainax and what they've created, how they were started. You can still see all that stuff online. Anything you ever want to see with Gainax, I'm sure you can find clips of it. Definitely watch Daikon 3 and Daikon 4. Find yourself a copy of Gunbuster. Watch that. Find a copy of Diebuster and watch that. If you haven't seen Neon Genesis Evangelion, you should watch that. But I believe that will be all for me today. Just a little information about some of their favorite anime studio today. So with that, I will bid you all a fond farewell. This is the Pop Culture Mechanic, signing off.